I've spent most of my life living in the United States, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my USA Top 100. I have to say the USA is the most diverse country in the world. From the barren deserts of the Southwest, the Caribbean coast of Puerto Rico, the USA has it all. Now this video is going to be a long one, so I made timestamps of all the places in the description so you can jump around to your favorite destinations. Let's start this video off on the Hawaiian island of Kauai. Of all the Hawaiian islands, Kauai is the oldest, making it the most beautiful and diverse. It's nicknamed the Garden Island, and when you go there, you'll understand why. One of my favorite places is the Napali Coast. There are very few places in the world, if any, that match the beauty of this coastline. The Napali Coast is filled with sea cliffs that rise 3,000 feet from the ocean, contrasted with deep, narrow valleys that empty to the sea below. There are several ways to experience the Napali Coast. One of the best ways is by helicopter. It can be a little bit pricey, but you'll be able to get some of the best views of Nepal's coastal cliffs and valleys. One of the most fascinating Hawaiian islands to me is Molokai. It's definitely one of the lesser known Hawaiian islands, but I have to say it has some of Hawaii's most incredible scenery. One of my favorite features is Molokai's sea cliffs. They are the tallest in the world, with some being almost 4,000 feet high. There's also some waterfalls tucked away in the island's lush canyons, and just like Hawaii, I say one of the best ways to see Molokai would be from a helicopter flight, and you'll be able to witness the island's rock. Now after Hawaii, we're going to head up to Alaska. When you think of untamed wilderness, Alaska is it. And it's just a land full of some of the world's biggest mountains and glaciers, and it's one of the few places in the USA where you can see the aurora borealis. But one of the most wild places in Alaska is the Aleutian Islands. I think this may be one of the most incredible destinations in all the US. Now located in the Bering Sea, the Aleutian Islands are made up of around 300 islands with over 57 volcanoes. My friend Victor Osman recently took a trip here and made an amazing one-hour documentary of his journeys. I'll link it in the description below. Now the landscapes here remind me of Iceland with its volcanic terrain and harsh sea. Not only is this place beautiful, but it's full of history. During World War II, Japan landed and occupied two of the Aleutian Islands, making it the only invasion on US soil during World War II. I mean, this place just honestly blows my mind. If you ever want a true adventure, you've got to visit these islands. Now, after Alaska, let's head over to the complete opposite side of the country to visit Puerto Rico. Now, located in the Caribbean next to the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory and is home to tropical landscapes and scenic beaches. The capital of Puerto Rico is San Juan and was founded by Spanish colonists back in 1521, making it the oldest European established city in the U.S. I went to Puerto Rico a few years ago and just had a great time exploring all the waterfalls and doing some epic cliff jumping. I definitely want to come back and visit this upcoming year. Now, right next to Puerto Rico is another U.S. territory called the U.S. Virgin Islands. The territory is made up of around 50 islands, with the three major ones being St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. The U.S. purchased these islands from Denmark back in 1917 for $25 million, and that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. Now today, the Virgin Islands are an excellent place to go if you want to experience some Caribbean scenery. After, we're going to head over to California to visit Lake Tahoe. I have to say that it's my favorite lake in the USA. Located right on the Nevada and California border, Lake Tahoe is the second deepest lake in America with a depth of over 1,600 feet, which is absolutely massive. What I love about this lake is how clear the water is, which is such a stunning blue color. It's also famous for having smooth granite rocks that peek out of the water. And a great place to go is Sand Harbor Beach. It's full of clear water and tons of Lake Tahoe rocks. It's an ideal place to swim and paddleboard. If you do go, I recommend visiting in July or August so the water can warm up a little. After, we're going to head over to Yosemite National Park, and located about a 4-hour drive from Lake Tahoe. Yosemite is one of the most stunning national parks. It's famous for its massive granite cliffs, clear streams, and powerful waterfalls. One of the coolest features of the park is Half Dome. It's this gigantic piece of granite that rises over 5,000 feet from the Boundary Road. One side is a sheer cliff, while the other half is the appearance of a rounded dome. One of the most famous waterfalls in the park is Yosemite Falls. It's one of the world's tallest, with its upper falls being 1,430 feet high. Now after, we're going to visit Mount Whitney. Now located about 2 hours away from Yosemite in the Sierra Nevada mountain range, Mount Whitney is the highest peak in the lower United States with a height of 14,505 feet, while right below Mount Whitney is the uniquely shaped Alabama Hills. They are home to some of the coolest rock formations with